Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Monday, December 29th, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. I'll start with this weekly chart that goes back several years, and it shows a rising 8-month channel bottom at 422.92. That actually contained selling pressures almost 2 months ago. When we were testing this formation, we'd mentioned how it was an opportunity to go long on a 2 to 3 month basis, anticipating then a full upward rotation to long-term resistance that is this week at 531.09, a 6-year rising channel top. That is a significant price ceiling, a significant test for Tesla that, if tested in the coming weeks, may contain buying not only through the first quarter, but possibly all of 26. And yes, of course, if we were to close above this structure, that would be a significant buy signal as we move through 26. That is the 2 to 3 month time frame, really, in a nutshell. It's worth noting before I leave this image that if we were in the coming weeks to close below 422.92, we have a good high through the first quarter, and this market can unwind back into the 320s within a 2 to 3 months. The 320s is nothing more than a rising 2/3 speed line projected off that April low, incorporating that recent high that was put out about a week ago. There are other elements down here in this vicinity, a 5/8 downside Fibonacci. We're not really dialing all that in just yet, just to give you a rough idea that I think if we were to close below 422.92, that formation in the coming weeks, you can anticipate, a $100 break, really, in Tesla down into the 320s within 2 to 3, 3 to 5 months or so. So that is the big picture. Now that we've talked that, let's take a look at the week ahead. 465.26 is your trend support over the last 3 or 4 weeks coming off that early November low. It is able to contain weekly selling pressures, and above which, over the next 3 to 5 weeks, by the end of January, we could see that 531.09 6-year channel top I showed earlier. So that is your 3 to 5 week framework. Upside, if we close above 489.88, that is the high settlement price so far. We actually did close above the 488.53 December high about a week and a half ago. The settlement was 489.88, and so now our upward pivot point is 489.88. In other words, if we close at a new all-time high on the daily chart, we are expecting our already targeted 531.09 within about 2 to 3 weeks. Let's take a look at kind of like the upside. We're going to sort of nuance this a bit. I don't see this today, but I would say that if we close today above 489.88, you can expect 504.16 within a day or two at the most. So that is a swing trade unto itself. In fact, the base of that channel, the 504.16 channel top, the base is 474.51. And I've been mentioning how you could bottom pick 474.51, anticipating upward rotation to the 504.16 channel top within 3 to 5 days. So that really is, in essence, your 3 to 5 day swing trade. Buying 474.51 and selling 504.16. They're both session containment levels. If we close above 504.16, not going to happen today. But if over the next few days we do, we should, by the end of next week or sooner, reach this 523.05 to 531.09 region. 523.05 is the rising 8-month channel top. The channel bottom, of course, at 419.81 on the daily chart. And so if we close above 504.16, it is a go-long opportunity on a 3 to 5 day basis, wherein we should then see this narrowing 523.05 to 531.09 region, where profits can be taken on all time horizons, whether it's 2 to 3 weeks or 2 to 3 months. Profits should be taken.
If you're looking for your daily NVIDIA analysis, you can now find it at wickedstocks.com, where it's part of a full suite of daily analysis videos, including the Daily SPY Report and Daily Triple Q Report. Sign up now and get immediate access so you don't miss a single day.
At 531.09. Certainly, if we were to close above it, we'd enter another buy signal phase, and we would advise you on that. But for right now, all profits taken in the low 530s. A downside, let's kind of cover this chart here. If we break today or open below 574.51. I think you can anticipate 465. Did I say 574? I meant 474.51. You can anticipate 465.26 on an intraday basis. And once again, 465.26 is your base of support for the week and even into later January. Upward momentum coming off of that early November low remains intact above 465.26. I wouldn't play the short side in Tesla. If you're a 2 to 3 week swing trader, I wouldn't play the short side unless we close below 465.26. Then I think you can expect the 419.81 rising channel bottom again within about 2 to 3 weeks. Until then, 465.26 is your upward pivot point. We are above it, and above which, once again, expecting 531.09 over the next 3 to 5 weeks. If we do happen to close in the coming week or so above that 504.16 channel top, we should see 531.09 within about a full week of trade. So that 465.26 is the point to pivot off of, above which no good reason to be short Tesla. You want to be long, talking to anywhere from a 3 to 5 day to 2 to 3 week swing traders. Unless we close below 465.26, then you reverse and you play the short side to 419.81. 419.81 is on the daily chart, that which we find on the weekly chart at 422.92. It is a zone of support that can absorb selling once again, not only through January, but even through the entire first quarter. And once again, above which we are expecting 531.09. Last thing I'm going to say is a repeat of what I've already said, that if in the coming weeks we close below 419.81, then we pivot into the bearish column as we move not only through January, but even into March. Within 2 or 3 months, we should find ourselves then in the 320s with a settlement below 419.81. I think that pretty much rounds it out. Please click like, share, subscribe. If you're looking for NVIDIA, you can find it at wickedstocks.com, where it's also part of a suite of daily analysis, including the Daily SPY and the Daily Triple Q. Check out our free trial. We offer 2 weeks now, and so you can see 2 weeks of NVIDIA. NVIDIA is in a fresh buy signal, and we can walk you through all of that for the next 2 weeks. If you're interested in that. Also, two individual stock picks every week, weekly Apple stock analysis. The list goes on for a very reasonable subscription fee. 2 weeks up front for free, no obligation. You can bow out on the 14th day at no cost to you whatsoever. I'm going to leave it at that for Monday's Tesla. I'll be back tomorrow, of course, with Tuesdays, and you have a great day.